Hey guys, Coyote here. Welcome back to my channel. This here is the start of my OldGenesis mod Let's Play. I actually started it the other day, but I was having some issues with some of my hardware and it wasn't recording audio. It's recording audio now, but unfortunately the first, I don't know, like month or so, maybe the first 3 weeks has passed already. And of course you missed my the cool intro that I had put together for it. But that's okay. I thought I'd just take a moment to kind of lay out where we are exactly. We're in a kind of a hilly area. And let's see if I can remember. It was heavily forested, and it was untamed wilds, and it covered, I believe it was 2 or 3 biomes. We're going to have kind of a mixture of like surface metals in one area and deep metals in another area, and we shouldn't be too bad on the depth of soil. But there is one really interesting feature about this map. Okay, now our embark area was here. This is where we started off, which is 1 level above sea level. This is basically sea level, because as soon as you go down 1 level from here, it's all underground dirt, kind of. What's interesting, though, is that it looks as though we've either got some weird subsurface caves, or we have a direct connection to the first cavern level. It's kind of hard to say exactly which it is without digging down further. But you know, we've got an underwater oceany area here, or lake rather, not ocean. We've got lots of this underground area, and it's got the appropriate like foliage for it. We've got tower cap trees, and we've got various types of underground shrubs. And over here, right there, we've actually even got a little group of rat men and rat women, and they're armed, I think. So I've been trying to keep clear of them. But this is something I've never seen before, where it looks as though, oh, excuse me, it looks as though some sort of subsurface cavern level that connects directly to the surface. It actually connects like right here. And there appears to be another connection here and there and right there. So it's really quite strange, and I wouldn't want to say unique, because, you know, I don't know if it is unique, but it's unique compared to anything I have previously seen. So I think that's going to make for a very interesting world to live in. Just by looking around this map area here, the cavern type area, we've actually discovered that this area is fairly wealthy in the form of native platinum. So I can't wait to get down there, but I'm not going to charge down there just because, like I said, those rat men and rat women are like right over here somewhere. Where are they? Right over here, I think. No, right here. Right here. They're very, very close to where I am. If you just go up like 2 levels, and it's just like a couple 100 blocks away, basically. So as it currently stands, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get everything shifted downstairs into this little mini temporary shelter area. And then once we've got this temporary shelter area set up, we can sort of explore out from here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build some more storage, because it looks like our storage is actually full. And that should be good. Okay, and we'll pasture our animals down here somewhere as well. Let's maybe do that right here. We'll get rid of. Oops, I should be in the designation for that. Get rid of these like up-down ramps. That looks good, and that one. Maybe these ones here as well. And then we can make this area right here a little pasture zone, which should be out of the way of everything. I didn't record the setup of my game this time around. When I did it for the last one, it like took up an entire episode, and I kind of wanted to jump right into the action. But suffice to say, we've got 2 miners, we've got a military dwarf, we've got our usual mason plus carpenter. We have a farmer this time around. Actually, you know what? I can just go over to Dwarf Fortress and pull that up. Okay, excuse me. We've got a carpenter. The carpenter is... Show details. Is that what I want to do? Here you go. It's Sargasm. Sargasm, you're our carpenter this time around. We've got... The farmer is VG Pat. See what else are you got? Just farming, and actually I've got you a little bit of herbalism as well, so we can... There's a lot more plant life in OldGenesis, as you know, so we're going to use you to gather some of that up at some point. Back to Sargasm for a sec. We're also a wood cutter, a trapper, and a mechanic. We'll be probably making up a lot of early wooden cage traps. Mason, Bacon Avenger, you're a mason this time around. You're also a metalsmith and a furnace operator. The reason for that is because you are I think it's an obsidian dwarf is your race, and they apparently make good furnace operators and metal workers. So hopefully we can transition you into that at some point as well. Zionus and Exoterius are miners. Exoterius is also an armor smith, and Zionus is a weaponsmith. That way, if they get a strange mood, they've got a moodable skill already. Coyote, of course, is the overseer, as usual. And then Zeke Death, today, you are going to be our military dwarf. Yeah, I went all out with you on some combat skills. I also gave you like striker and fighter. So for the most part, when you're not fighting stuff, you're going to just be hauling. Now this mod, wait, do I have it paused? Okay, good. This mod also has like different races of dwarves. See if we can find where that is here. No, maybe it's under cased. Yeah, here we go. So stone dwarves, I think stone dwarves are like the quote-unquote normal dwarf. They are, trying to remember their traits. They're tough, they got like strong bones, and they've got fewer nerve endings supposedly, so I'm guessing the net effect is that they take less damage from cave-ins. Theoretically that would make them good miners, but you know, it seems like their traits just are overall generally pretty decent, so I just would use them for everything. Shroom dwarves, I don't remember the backstory on them, but they tend to be good farmers, which is why one of them is a farmer. The Exoterius one is a miner because I believe he was described as being weak, and mining will help boost his strength up. Here's the Obsidian Dwarf, as I mentioned. I already explained how that one is. Then the Shield Dwarves. The Shield Dwarves apparently learn combat skills more easily, which is why I made Zeke Death one, and he's our soldier. He was also listed as strong and I think resistant to disease. And the other miner. And eventually, when I get some more miners, I'd like to kind of transition our 2 miners into being military as well, because once they become skilled miners, it ends up making them skilled soldiers as well. But anybody who plays Dwarf Fortress probably knows that already. Okay, so we've got this mined out. I'm going to go ahead and set up another. I believe it is a food one that I need to set up here. Yeah, food and drink and such. Okay. LP, food. I'm gonna leave seeds out of it, of course. Leave seeds out, and yeah, it should be good. And one thing I forgot to do was set up my nobles. So Zeke, you are our militia commander. Coyote is the manager. I'm not sure what a psychiatrist does, but I don't believe we have the required skills for it anyways. And now that Zeke Death, you are in a military, I'm going to create a squad for you. The Distant Wires. I like the name of that. And hopefully that means you'll put on your armor right away. I think it did. Next time you come up from above, I'll there you go. Do you have your equipment on? Be under inventory. Copper buckler. You know, I think you just have the buckler for some reason. Yeah, okay, for some reason you're just carrying the buckler. So I'm going to put you on duty for a moment. Squad A, duty right here. See if you put your stuff on. Copper breastplate, copper buckler, greaves, short sword. Perfect. Okay, you can go back to hauling. And this is almost done. I think I'm actually going to hollow this out a little bit as well. Like this. Oh, whoops. It's not quite what I wanted to do. Try that again. We don't have a tree or an axe yet, but that'll change here shortly. In fact, I might as well go and make that now. Add new task. There we go. And I find the graphics layout of this mod a little odd compared to what I'm used to with vanilla Phoebus tile set. I mean, I'm using the same tile set, but like this extra gray in the background and it not being a black background is a little odd. And the font seems really small. I looked around in the init files to see if I could figure out how to change that, but alas, I could not. Okay, what's still up here? Just the wood. Okay, so we will remove that and set up our pasture. That is zones. Pasture, meeting hall. No, not a meeting hall. Training area. Do they still have training area? Active. Nope. There you go. Well, it looks like I can't use this as a training area, so they probably changed the way animal training happens in this. So, with that in mind, we'll just go like that. And let's see here. Now, we don't have any stone yet, but that's okay. I'm going to start cutting down some of these trees, though. So let's head back over to Dwarf Therapist, Our miners aren't hauling anything, so I'll get them to do some mining here in a bit. But what I want to change is remove wood hauling from the carpenter. And that way he won't haul his own wood. He'll, the other guys will haul it for him. And we'll go ahead and chop down lots of trees. Let's go like that. Just clear that entire area out. It's going to take a while, but c'est la vie. Now as for our miners, just want to make sure that we're not overlapping the cave anywhere. Okay, good. So let us go. We'll do that right here. Yeah, like that. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 100, I guess. Upstairs right here. Up downstairs right here. And then downstairs right here. And then once we've dug that first shaft down, we'll see what's down there. Hopefully get some stone, and maybe find a way to get towards that platinum as well. Having them, I mean, we don't have an anvil yet, unfortunately, but getting some early stores of platinum will be helpful, because once we've had our first, migrant wave trade caravan, we should have an anvil out of that, in theory, hopefully. What's going on over here? Well, maybe I should have more guys doing the tree cutting. Yeah, let's build 2 more axes. Let's see if he'll do that before he cuts down trees. Where is he? I have 6 idlers, really? Oh, right. Sorry, where's our axe guy? Okay, so Carpenter, I'm actually going to take you off wood cutting briefly and get you to make those axes. And then I'll put our mason and our farmer, I guess, on wood cutting as well. That way we'll get it done a whole lot more quickly. One. Wow, he's pretty slow at it for being a skill 5 carpenter. Oh wow, our FPS has dropped hugely. I wonder why that could be. That's actually one thing I've noticed about this mod, is that the FPS is very inconsistent. Very, very inconsistent. Here we go. I thought at first that, maybe it was some computer issue, but I don't get the sort of FPS drop on Minecraft or on Call of Duty or on even vanilla Dwarf Fortress when I'm recording. So, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that I've got early open access to the caves already is a possibility. Let's see what's going on here. No, those are owls and jackals. Okay, that's fine. You know what? Maybe I'll have my military dwarf kill those jackals. Kill rectangle. Give him some practice, and hopefully he won't die from this. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, are you going to kill those jackals? Yep. No, he's still hauling wood. Alright. I guess wood hauling is more important than jackal slaying. Let's see, what have our miners done? What? Did I miss something? A. No. A, maybe? No. Is this damp or warm or something? No. So why did they stop? Unless I designated it wrong. I don't think I did. No, it looks fine. I'm a little confused. Let's try that again. What the hell? Okay, so those are upstairs. These are up downstairs. Where did all my pretty designations go? Okay. Can I not designate multiple levels? No, apparently I cannot. Okay. That's really weird. Maybe it's an older version of Dwarf Fortress and something. I don't know. I'll have to look on the website. That's bizarre, though. Alright, we're having to do this the slow way. Whoops. Okay, let's see if that works. Is there a way to see what version I'm using? No, doesn't look like it. That might also explain the weirdness in the graphics. And our guy never did go fight those jackals either. Oh, it's because oh yeah, never mind. I did that wrong. I'm sure people will be like screaming at me in the comments, "You did that wrong!" Let's try that again. Kill rectangle. Let's go like that. Opposite corner, give order. There we go. I'm hoping I don't regret this. What are you doing? Cannot follow orders. Why can't you follow orders? Why can't you kill jackals? Oh, now you can. I think. Well, there's one jackal down. Where are you? Let's see, how did you do? Doesn't look like Zeke just took any damage from that. Nope. We'll cancel that order. He can go back to hauling. As for our miners, ooh, what's this? That is limestone. Sweet. Limestone is happy. What's this though? That's rock salt, and these are rock salt boulders. Okay. And this is diorite. How far are we from the... that's pretty good. Okay. What's this yellow stuff? Sandy loam. Okay. Are they actually done mining? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. So yeah, the tree cutting is coming along somewhat quicker now. And once our miners are done mining, which I think they were, I'm going to actually put them back on tree hauling, or wood hauling rather, and let them get on that. Okay, good. Sweet, sweet cola. What is that? Not a shrub. Great, we're in a shrub going in our supposed to be dining room. Okay, Mason's shop is right there. Is our Mason doing anything interesting? Okay, Mason, I will get you to stop chopping wood and get you to start building some thrones and some tables. And I'm going to build a mechanics workshop before I forget. We'll do that out of, I guess, wood is fine. And I also wanted to build a craft store shop. There we go. We'll make that out of saguaro logs as well. We didn't forget anything up here, did we? No. Okay. let's set up a refuse pile. Just do it right here. It doesn't have to be too big, so I don't have a lot of refuse, but I do want to get those 2 jackal corpses with the bones. Refuse. Nope. Yeah, that's right. Refuse. Here we go. Gather refuse from outside, but ignore vermin remains. And that way they should gather up the jackal corpses. Get some early bones. As you can see, our area is not really that much right now. It was more of a matter of survival because I did not have any idea of what those ratmen were going to do. Now that it seems that they're just kind of sticking in that one little area for now, I'm going to ignore them and start branching out from here. I don't think I want to branch into the caverns though. As much as I kind of want to, but at the same time, I'm really rather nervous to, for the simple fact that doing so might annoy those rats. I do kind of want to get at this platinum, but it's kind of a long-term goal for now. Where are we? Mid-spring? Okay, so we still got a ways before we even have to worry about migrants, I think. What is it? Sorry, early spring? Mid-spring? Yeah, I think it's early summer that the first ones appear. So I've got some time to figure out what I want to do here. Yeah, look at this. Look at all of this caverny. It's like right directly below the surface, and then you've got this deep cavern area right to water, and yeah. What I'd ideally, I think, most ideally like to do is find somewhere safe that I can tap into this water over here, really, because it's actually we could even maybe take over this area here just because it's so close to the surface. That might be an idea. I'll have to figure out what I can do with that, but being able to tap into the water would be really handy, because that way we've got fresh water early. Whoa. FPS. There we go. Okay, so our wood stores are full. Since our wood stores are full, I'm going to have our actual carpenter stop cutting wood and start building some beds. Bed. Here we go. I'll just stick it on repeat, because eventually they're all going to get used anyways. See, we are 30 minutes in. I'm going to keep going because I'm one of those people that doesn't like really short LP episodes. I don't want to go extremely long, but 45 minutes is probably pretty good. Hopefully we'll get a little more accomplished during that time. Yeah, I have to say this area here is looking better and better for a base area. So we've got some of this cavern. We can just clear this cavern area out, and it'd be a reasonably safe place to breed our animals. We can just wall off like right here, and then we're relatively safe except for from waterborne creatures. And yet we're fairly close to the surface still as well. Okay. I'll probably look into doing that once we get our second migrant wave, probably. So what's going on here? Okay, those are almost done. I think once he's done making those, I'll make some doors for now. Build seat. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, and build some beds here. Okay. So I think it's been a pretty decent start so far. We've got access to lots of resources of the plant and wood variety, which is never a bad thing. It'll make it a little bit easier if we start to get low on drink. We should have access to berries and roots that we can brew. And with lots of wood, we can craft bins for storage purposes. And bolts. That's the problem I'm having in gem cudgels, lack of wood. I can't build very many bins, and the lack of bins are making the storage areas seem a lot more crowded than they really need to be. Hopefully we can get that taken care of at some point. Build those tables. Where are they? Table. Here we go. Four tables. What's this? Oh, whip vines. Okay. Whip vines, I think, can be made into flour. Build another bed right here. There we go. We should be good on beds for now. Yeah. No, we don't have a wood crafter, do we? I think our only crafter is a stone crafter. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Well, and a bone crafter. That's fine though. Let's see. What do I need to do? I guess I'll build that last table. There we go. Now, I think it's just Coyote who's chopping down trees right now. Yeah. So I'm going to stop him from doing that, and the carpenter can go back to doing it. And I'm actually going to suspend building of beds, or take that off repeat, rather. And then, Coyote, how much? We got lots of rock salt stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start building like rock salt mugs, I think. Rock. Now I'll do rock salt instruments. Why not? And that way we'll have some to trade with the first caravan that comes along. It won't necessarily be valuable stuff, but it'll be something at least. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this up as a dining room and meeting hall. There we go. Perfect. And meeting hall. And the bunk area I'm just going to leave as barracks, or dormitory rather. And we got idlers. Who's idling right now? Looks like our miners are idling, so we'll go ahead and get them back on to doing some mining. Where do I want to mine though? You know, I'm going to start mining this limestone, I think. Limestone being a flux. If I don't find iron, I can at least trade goods made out of the limestone, because it'll be twice as valuable as comparable rock, non-economic rock, that is. In fact, if we're lucky, maybe Coyote will pick up some of that. Oh, it looks like he did. Excuse me, pick up some of that for crafting instruments rather than just the rock salt. I wonder if a rock salt door would melt away if it was hit by water. Since, you know, it's water soluble and all that. And it looks like Sound Senses decided to work after all. It was kind of bugging me earlier because it wasn't playing anything. Let's see if I can get it to play music. Is it paused? No, FPS is just dropping ridiculously. Ooh, what's this? That looks like maybe obsidian? Oh no, that's just the limestone still. What's the stuff between it? Rock salt. Okay, no, it's fine. This is basically just a, not even an exploratory tunnel, it's just a tunnel to try and get some valuable materials, so I'm just going to have it kind of branch off this way and this way, kind of like a really squeezed together M, letter M, kind of. Or maybe a really squeezed together letter E. There we go, did that wrong. And let's go, yeah, that's fine. Whoops. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. Oh, wait, except I wanted them 4, not 2. There we go. Yeah, it looks like Coyote's going after the limestone rather than the rock salt, and I have no problem with that. This is some sort of gem, isn't it? Like, see, green. Probably not emerald. Oh, malachite. Ooh, malachite. That's, malachite. Is that an iron ore? I'll have to check, but I think malachite is an iron ore. If that's the case, then happy days. Okay, so we still got 2 idlers. Who's idling? The carpenter and the soldier. Okay, so let's go up top and see what can be done to rectify that. Okay, so all the wood has been cut down. That's fine. I believe both of them are set up to haul. The only people who are not are the miners. Well, now. So, what is everybody else doing? I should note. Rock instruments for Coyote. Our mason is drinking. And the farmer's storing items in the stockpile. And that would be probably the the various ground cover that he's uprooting. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take Coyote off of hauling altogether because I want him to focus on the rocks. And I'm going to take VG Pat off of refuse hauling. Commit changes. And I'm going to set up a quantum stockpile right here. Garbage. There we go. And I'm going to dump all of the limestone up there so that the trip up isn't nearly as long. Make sure this is all limestone. Pretty sure it is. Okay, DB dump. And that'll get our idlers doing something. Now, like I did with my Vanilla Plus game, Gem Koodles, I did increase the base movement speed of the dwarves slightly. Normally it's set to, I want to say 900, and I reset it to 700, so they are a little bit faster on their feet. Mostly did that not as necessarily a way to cheat, but as a way to... Alright, it is now summer, but as a way to just kind of cut down on the tediousness of some of the activities. And yay, we've got music now. I'm going to turn it down. There we go. It was a little loud. It might even still be a little loud, but I should be able to edit the volume in post-production. And we actually haven't received any migrants yet, which is a little bit surprising. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until the mirror, kind of sort them out a little bit, and then call it an episode. And this is still really loud. There you go, that's better. And who is doing what? Okay, that's fine. Bulls and cows, nice. Kind of wish I'd had some way to go and capture those guys. And what I find really weird is that every version of Dwarf Fortress I've ever played, when you hit the unit list, you have multiple categories you can look at, but with this particular version, it's all condensed into one, which is another thing that makes me wonder if I'm playing an older version of the game. This song gets stuck in my head on a regular basis, even when I'm not playing Dwarf Fortress. Okay, this looks good. Jump back up here. I forget what I made this room for. I carved this room out for something and I don't remember what. Huh. Oh well, I guess it couldn't have been that important. Oh, actually, I think I carved it out to put my ducks in. Oh well, I can do that later. How far out does this zone extend? Okay. Alright, no, I'll just leave it like that for now. Jump back down here, see how the miners are doing. Actually jump back up here and reclaim that quantum stockpile. And hopefully Coyote will use that rather than running all the way downstairs. Okay, where are migrants? I would like some migrants, please. Okay, what point of the time are we? Early summer, so we're still coming along slowly. Oh, I know, I wanted to build some doors right here, just in case. And we'll make those diorite doors. And you know what? We might as well build a trading depot while I'm thinking about it. I don't want to be scrambling to build one at the last moment like I quite often end up having to do. And we will make it out of, I don't know, rock salt. So sounds good to me. You know what, I think I'm going to set up a separate zone right here for dogs. And that way we basically have those dogs there on, basically on guard duty against thieves. Sadly, I lack restraints, otherwise I'd just, you know, restrain them right there. So this will have to do. Well, still a lot of wood laying around out here. You know what? I think I might make this room that I dug out for no reason I can possibly remember. Make it a wood stockpile just to get a little bit more of it inside. Whoa, starting to get some lag here. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to wait for the migrants. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause it here, especially since we're almost an hour in. So a couple of things I'd like to posit to my viewers. One, if you have any idea of why I'm having such a weird fluctuation in FPS, I'm willing to listen to suggestions to fix it. Now, for the record, before I started recording, I closed everything of significance. I closed my instant messengers, I closed Steam, I closed all of my internet browsers. So I had like 30, I think I had like 70% of my RAM available, and I think it was using only like maybe 10 or 15% of my CPU. So I can't really think of any reason why I'm getting such weird FPS fluctuations, considering I don't with other programs while I'm recording. Secondly, for those of you more familiar with Dwarf Fortress in general, is there anything I can do to increase the size of the fonts? Because I'm finding them a little on the hard side to read. I believe I have it set to true type. The non-true type just looks really bizarre, but that always does. And if there's any way that we can go back to getting this a black background instead of a gray background, any suggestions on that I'd very much appreciate. And as with all Dwarf Fortress Let's Plays of mine, if you have any ideas of structures you'd like to see, or if you'd like to have yourself dwarfed, just let me know in the comments below. I would like to get those who were dwarfed in my, or rather who are dwarfed in my Gem Cudgels episode to be dwarfed in this as well at some point. But otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll have this out ASAP, along with more Minecraft and more Gem Cudgels. So, thanks for watching, take care, and have a good week.